Hi. If you saw a post from about a week ago where I sung a little bit of Four Non Blondes, What's Going On, I didn't know who the lead singer of that band was when I was about 17. That song came out. An American band. I remember. That doesn't matter, but I think the producer was the producer who worked with Bono and U2. So this song was a big deal, right? What's Going On, right? I didn't know who sung that, so I just Googled it. Linda, and I forget her surname, and I just followed her on Instagram, and I've just shared on some of my channels one of her reels. My heart's breaking knowing the legacy just by that one song alone, asking a really important question: what is going on? She's experienced many things similar to what many of us have experienced, similar to me. All kinds of junk that we should never have. Why? I just sent her a message. I don't expect a response. People in the public eye don't have time to, like we may want to speak with everyone. Speaking of her, my heart breaks. Her authenticity and willingness to share her story. I had no idea what she'd been through. I don't know if that was post that song, her life experiences, all the abuse and things that happened, the consequences of that. I didn't expect it. I wasn't sure if I'd get like a sort of fizzle out with people, that we think, and I say that respectfully. I know that's disrespectful to say that we do that. But I wasn't expecting what I just saw. Given that I haven't heard of her or the band, I assumed I hadn't gone on to other big successes. So, and I just realised she has. There's not ways that we often measure. I'm no stranger to that. I'm also successful. I don't have a dime to my name. If you want to see the clip that I've just shared, please support her. Please get in touch with her. What is going on? It's a wonderful question. Depending on our intention there, curiosity, the right type of play can make life better if we're willing to put in the work and find the questions that make the world better. I've already forgotten your name, forgive me. You're an incredible woman. Your legacy, both of that song and your life that you're sharing, is none of that's wasted. Your presence, for being you, for being how you've chosen to exist in this world, in this life, by having a heart for those around you as well as yourself. You may have neglected yourself like a lot of us have. None of that is wasted. Your suffering that I imagine you're still experiencing by the look of that recent video serves a purpose. Your authenticity, your willingness to share that with other people who need to hear that. You're symbolizing me, others who need to be visible and to be seen and to know we're all in this together. There's no line against black or white or left or right. We're all the same side. Right? Cute little phrases like don't amount to living life, right? And I'm fed up with playing the game. Fed up. Whoever's watching this, and I think your name was Linda, the lady I just mentioned, the lead singer of Four Non Blondes. So you, Linda, and you, whoever you might be, whoever you are, who's watching this, get ready for something fucking magical to happen. We're overdue. It's time. There's been so much shit go down in this world. I'm not willing to allow these patterns of suffering go from one generation to the next down our bloodlines. The planet won't even last that long, so not an option. I mean, it's an option for me to let it, just as it is for you. I know what I've chosen. I've made that very, very plain. Beautiful. Look. Beautiful little birds here. Also, this is one, when I started YouTubing months ago, somebody said, "Oh, we don't want to see your nostril hair." Whoever that person was, my mate. I think it was, pretty sure it was a guy. Don't know if I think you might know why I just did that. I think I just, yeah, I'll leave it alone. I didn't realise the camera was a little too close. I'll stop. Yeah, I tried to show you the bird on the rubbish bin there, and like I have this amazing love for nature, for all of us. I haven't been able to be around people like I'd like to, and won't be in this lifetime the way I'd ideally like to, because as I said, we all have limited resources. We all have limits of everything. In terms of time and all of that, we need to have the greatest impact. We need to spend our time for the best possible outcome, whatever we decide that is for us. Unfortunately, in a certain context, for me to achieve that, I think for any of us to achieve that, just like, I was going to go into another story. A great example from the film that Benedict Cumberbatch stars in, The Imitation Game. I'm pretty sure that's the one that's not Hilary Swank. Some of you might know what I'm talking about there. But the one where not Babbage, but the genius from World War II invented the computer that defeated the Nazis. There's a scene in there where Benedict's character used maths and strategic because he knew that he had to sacrifice people, right, to have the greatest impact. Horrendous, heartbreaking scene. Anyone who wants to have a big impact in this world needs to make sacrifice and be strategic in a beautiful way. It's tough, particularly for people like me who feel so deeply and care so much for all of us, right? All of us. So yeah, ideally I would love to be there and spend time with everyone who wants to put in, to make the most of, someone who will listen to you, who will see you, who will support you, young or old. Like, it does so much good. And I know that I need to protect my energy, as a lot of people call it, my resources, and invest them in my energy of time, material resources, effort, etc., and invest them in what I believe, what I trust and know will have the greatest impact for the greatest good for all of us in the long run. It's not going to be an easy road. It may look like the high life, like a lot of people that, I mean, I'm not in that field in terms of money and stuff. I don't have any. Probably doesn't look like it, but yeah, often those of us who see ourselves as, like I've seen myself as, like dirt or whatever, right? Look at people like there was a Bible teacher, Joyce Meyer, who became very wealthy, who I spent like 15 years of my life learning from her, and just that was like as far as television goes, that was like what I lived for, right? I love Joyce. I don't know Joyce personally. I did see her live in Adelaide a long time ago. The one time, but she mentioned, people in high positions, everyone thinks we want to be like them, and for the people in those positions, they know it's not like that at all. It's a lot of responsibility, and so that's what I've taken. That's the choice I made a long time ago, and it's only starting just to shape up now. I'm about to step out into that. It's going to be huge. So I say that not to gloat, not to provoke envy or any hatred or anything. I understand. And even for people who do feel that have those responses, we all get that. It's okay. And I know that goes on. I get humanity. I get the human condition. And I use what I have as I said, for the greatest good, to have the greatest impact. A beautiful bird just flew here. So much needs to change. We need to invest ourselves, our resources, our time and effort into making our lives better, making ourselves better, facing up to all the shit that we've avoided, how we feel about ourselves, whatever, or everything that gets in the way of us knowing how wonderful we are. It sounds horrible, doesn't it? And that's because we're so afraid of believing in ourselves. And I want to say I know what that's like. And while I assume you're alone watching this, and there's no need to be afraid or ashamed if there's people around you. We're all human. We all have the same basic emotions, and in some ways, similar experiences or the same experience. We don't need to be ashamed of our humanity. In the life that I've lived, nomadically, quote unquote homeless, right? That's the term we use. There's a reason I don't use that, and that's really important because I understood the root of what we call that experience, and therefore I can help people, and I will do that in due time. In this circumstance I've been in for the last year, I've needed to use public facilities, personal care, all these things. I don't have any, I have no money. It's miraculous what I've achieved in that regard, not just in terms of my personal care, but everything in my life. While I've healed, almost a lifetime of trauma that, in the space of 12 months, transformed so much. I'm better in every regard in my life. And all that I went through positioned me for what I've always wanted to do, my dream to help you. I did that up until 2025. I learned, I can't actually do that if I neglect my own needs. It's kind of the other way around, the exact opposite. That's another story for now, but thank you, whoever you are. I just want to wrap up by saying that if you've seen me around or seen some of the videos I've sent and stuff, you'll know I have a beautiful connection with nature and birds in particular. And everywhere I go, it's the most beautiful, beautiful thing. It's magical or mysterious and beautiful. I don't make that happen. It's beautiful. I'm so grateful for it. I'm crying because I just expressed joy there and gratitude. I'm crying because why I brought that up, these birds and others, we're part of this world. It can be so much better. That's all I'll say. It can be so much better. I'll leave you with that. We all have our limits, and I know I need to stop this video right here. I wish I could pour everything into you and make everything better for everyone. I really do. I've always been that way, and I know I can't. So, for now, goodbye.